I think in everybody's life, this is going to be a phase wherein we struggle, or we are not able to do what we think we could have done, or what we still think that, okay, I don't know, maybe this is a problem with me, that is the reason I'm not able to do it. But I think it's just a phase. Be persistent, don't doubt yourself.
Welcome to the Storify India by Biopatrika. I am Nandita Sharma, host for today's session with Akshata Kulkarni, scientist at Koshki Sciences. Welcome, Akshata.
Thank you, Nandita. Hello, everyone. I'm Akshata Kulkarni. I work as a scientist at Koshki Sciences. It's a startup at CCAM Bangalore. Great to be here. Thank you for hosting me, Nandita.
Well, pleasure. So, Akshata, could you please tell me about your background and upbringing? What was it like growing up for you?
Yeah, I mean, growing up was great. Childhood was really wonderful. Great parents, great grandparents, great brother to grow up with. It was wonderful. So as an educational background, I have done my bachelor's in microbiology, zoology, and chemistry, and then I have pursued my master's in regenerative medicine from Manipal University. So that is my educational background. And speaking about my career, it's been 6.5 years in research, 2.5 years in academia, and almost 5 years in industry now. Yeah.
Great,
I love
great.
working in startups. So both my industries that I was and I am are a startup company. So I cherish that.
So you are a first generation researcher, right?
Yes, yes, I am a first generation researcher, all engineers and doctors at home. So,
So, how did you find your passion or interest in the field of science?
I think in my high school, when I was trying to figure out what I would do, at that time, my brother had started his engineering. And then I saw everybody rushing into, engineering, medical, cracking those exams, studying for their exams. I think the motivation was not to study for the entrance exam to begin with. And then I thought, no, I don't think this is something that I would enjoy studying. And maths was not my cup of tea to begin with. I thought, okay, something interesting, maybe pure science, that is like basic science, bachelor's in science. So I thought, okay, so I should try this to begin with. First thing, main aim at that moment was to avoid all the entrance exams and the studies related to that. And then when I was in my PUC, the what we call it in Karnataka, that is pre-university colleges, basically 11th and 12th in other states. That's when I found out ki, okay, so biology is something that really interests me. Doing experiments, trying to find out something. So that's how I thought, okay, I have to go for BSc, MSc, and then if my research interest pursues, it can be academia, PhD, or an industry. So whatever it is, it has to be in science, and then research related things.
So, you specialized in regenerative medicine, right?
Yes, yes.
That's a great field. So, what were the biggest challenges that you faced and how did you overcome them?
I think the biggest challenge was because I came from bachelors of microbiology, zoology, and chemistry, and from a very small town. And what we studied was absolutely, I mean, it was too old to compete with something like doing masters in regenerative medicine, and to compete with people who were very, practical about doing things, who actually had done something like a DNA isolation, and all we have seen is in those books in the library which were torn. That was the state. So, and I don't know if I can say this or no. We were just given notes that we mugged up, and then that is what it was. I never imagined what a cell would look like, even though I was in a bachelor's. So it was more like a very difficult thing when I came to masters and I didn't know what is vortex. Okay, I still remember this. We were making a list of instruments and equipments that we had in lab in masters, and then people were like vortex. So I said, okay, what? They were like, vortex. You have to mention vortex. So I didn't know what is vortex. So it was quite embarrassing and challenging to pick up the pace and learn what are Emanaka factors. What is iPSC, what are the genes that we modulate to make iPSCs, and we were given directly the papers from journals like Nature and Cell to read. So from not knowing what a vortex was to coming there was actually the challenge. But yeah, absolutely great people around, like my lecturers, professors, friends who helped me, pushed me, of course, parents who all time supported me, and they were like, it's okay, take it slow. You don't have to be at par and competing with them. You can take it in your own pace, sort of thing. So that helped me. But yeah, that was the biggest challenge, but somehow I didn't give up. The overcome or the thing that kept me was my persistence. Ki, no, I have to do it, I have to do it. This is a great course, and I want to crack this, and I want to be one of those very few people who have done masters in regenerative medicine in India. So yeah, I just kept going.
Great, great to hear that. A lot of people do not confess this, but you have literally, said what I can totally relate to that. So that was all about your professional life. Please tell us something about your personal life. How is it going in your life?
Yeah, all well. I got recently married. That's like 2 years ago now. To a person who is in Indian Army. Thankfully, he is posted in Bangalore, so we are in Bangalore, and that's how my wet lab career is going well so far. So good. But yeah, I don't know where we'll be posted again in next couple of years. So also the thing is, I am planning to change my field, or also like explore the field of dry lab in future. So, and I love this lifestyle of being a researcher, army wife, juggling between both. So I'm quite enjoying it. As of now, I'm in Bangalore, so it's pretty good. Known city. I'm from this state, so not much of a trouble, I think. But I don't know what future is holding for me.
That's versatility. So being an army wife,
Yeah, yeah.
what like you're an army wife, so what are all the difficulties that you face and how do you manage to deal with them?
When it comes to difficulties, it's mainly the time management. Because being a life science researchers, you have lot of things that you plan, but not everything goes as per your plan. I mean, at times you think that okay, I have to do this experiment, my cells would be ready, but no, your cells are either like overconfluent or less confluent, just not ready for an experiment, etc. So I try to plan as much as I can, and I'm very lucky. I have to say this, that the Koshki team, very understanding, and they also understand my juggle, in switching roles from that to this, and they know that okay, she has to manage that also. That is also a responsibility she has. So that way, I'm very lucky that they also understand, and people here also understand that okay, she has a full time, sort of a job, which is not just a 9 to 5 job, but then it takes little extra than what it is. So, but I too manage and I too balance both. Time management is a little bit of a problem for me because, as you might be aware of it, that we have some presentations to give, we have to engage women here. I try to plan those things on weekends. Um, I end up spoiling their weekend because of it. But then I have no choice. But yeah, I am managing pretty well so far. Main credit goes to both the sides of the people who are understanding me.
Well, great amount of respect for all the army wives there. So coming to our question, so
Thank you.
what are some of the important lessons that you have learned through your life and how they have shaped your behavior or thinking?
Yeah, I think both professionally and personally, I'll just divide them and answer. First thing that I have learned from my professional life is be professional. Like, you know what you're supposed to do at work. Please, just concentrate on them, finish them, and everything for me comes next. I don't like gossiping and talking about others, and then like वो सब तो ठीक है. You face some incident and then you share with somebody is a totally different thing. But then you sit and you unknowingly or unwittingly get involved in such kind of an environment or the politics that might actually have an impact on your professional career. So my thing is like, be professional, be polite to every single person in the lab, no matter who it is. Help everyone whenever it is possible, as long as you are not running on a say time point experiment or whatever. So be helpful, take helpful, be professional, polite, and then I mean, nobody is going to stick in one job for forever, or till you retire, or for 30 years or 40 years. So make good relations, be nice to everyone. And life science cluster in India is very small. So I know that you will come across all the similar faces once you go to a conference. It might be even in US or UK or wherever you go. You will see very similar, those same faces that you have worked with. So I totally believe in, like, be nice to everyone, be professional, get your things done on priority, and rather than wasting time in the office. That's my motto. And personally, I feel like, be motivated on no matter what you are doing, even in your personal life equally. I mean, I know there are always things in professional life that keep motivating you. Like, you do an experiment and you are very excited to say next day. But I try to apply that same in my personal life. Like, okay, keep going. You have to juggle between these two roles. And I know I motivate myself. Like, I praise myself like anything. Ki, nahi, nahi, you can do it. You can do it. Today, one day, you just push yourself and you can do it. So that is my motivation to go. Yeah, so the biggest lessons I have learned is, yeah, for professional life, just be professional, get your job done. And personal life, push yourself and don't listen to anybody. I mean, there are people who will always not maybe necessarily try to pull you down or something or demotivate you, but they don't see the capability that you are capable of. So just believe in yourself and keep moving.
Great. What a great message. So, what are some of the proudest achievements of your life and why are they important to you?
Yeah, so the first one I would try to begin with is choosing my career. I am glad I did not go into engineering or medical, because I don't think I could have done it this well. Like, the interest or the passion that I have for research, I don't think I would have had for those two roles if I would end up there. And second thing was, yeah, as I told you, my master's was quite a bit of a struggle for me because of my background on what I studied and where I came from, and that thing. And I am very proud that I could crack them, um, because otherwise I wouldn't be here where I am in my career right now. And the third one, which I do currently, being in Bangalore for 8-10 years, I have a lot of people now whom I know, right from college to this is my third workplace. So all my colleagues, relatives, cousins, and being an army wife, and I I can say that I gracefully manage every single thing, be it going for a party here, or trying to manage my experiment, or calling home people for dinner, and going for a dinner, and lot of roles that I juggle with. But I think I'm trying to manage gracefully, and this I would actually call it as my biggest achievement. There was a phase when I did not even have a helper at home, and I was managing every single thing on my toes. So yeah, I like doing it. I like to move. I can't be lazy. That is a problem that I have actually. I can't sit at a place for 5 minutes and do nothing. But that helps me. That helps me a lot in getting things done in the 12 hours or whatever I get on a Sunday. I do a lot of things that I can rest for next two weeks. So this is the biggest achievement, and I'm really proud of it that I can gracefully manage everything at this moment.
That is so great. That is wonderful. So, what advice would you give to somebody who is facing a difficult situation in life?
I would honestly tell a person that I think in everybody's life this is going to be a phase wherein we struggle, or we are not able to do what we think we could have done, or what we still think that, okay, I don't know, maybe this is a problem with me, that is the reason I'm not able to do it. But I think it's just a phase. Be persistent, don't doubt yourself. If you have ended up somewhere, say you are stuck in the middle of your PhD or something like that, it's just a phase. And you know why you are here, because you always wanted to do a PhD. Now you if you want to do a PhD, then you have to put it to an end. So be persistent, and praise yourself every day. I think keep motivating yourself, you will reach there one day. And another point what I see is people are sometimes doing it though they are not happy doing it, and they feel like, no, I have to do it, I don't know for whatever reasons that they have. I don't think there is like, if you are not happy you have to do something. You'll always find something, or you'll always end up in a better place where you will be actually happy, be it in your personal life or be it in your professional life. So I think, either if you think, okay, this is my way, then keep moving, take a break and then come back, and with more motivation, and then finish it. Otherwise you think, no, this is not my place, I think without thinking you should just get out of that place. No matter what it is, get out of that situation, and you will never regret that decision. Yeah.
Great, great. So, Akshita, what are your hobbies and what do you like to do in your free time?
I have almost stopped reading books. I don't know. I think reading papers and experiments gives me enough, brain work. Then after coming home, I don't feel like reading books. But now, after moving into army cantonment, of course, I am very much interested in my interiors and decorating home and things like that. I do that. I sing. I am not. Yeah, I have not learned, but I tried couple of times. Somehow, this is one thing that I couldn't manage my time for. But I do sing and I listen to music. I used to paint, but it has become very rare now. But I do at times. Yeah, so I'm too much into interiors and gardening for now. Like, okay, I want indoor plants, I want outdoor plants, and then you know, yeah, watering them, cutting the grass, sort of thing.
That's like therapy, right?
That's like a therapy, yeah. Listening to music and taking some walks, and then trying to plant something and chopping the extra grass. So that is what I'm trying to do now.
So tell us something about you look forward to in your life.
Professionally, I'm happy that I have started a diploma course in clinical research. Because the change that is going to happen is I plan to move to dry lab, maybe in next 4 to 6 months. Because we are expecting a posting, don't know where. So I'm thinking that I should look for a work that I can do from home. So I'm trying to learn new things like data analysis, bioinformatics, clinical research, pharmacovigilance sort of thing. So that is something I'm looking forward for, the shift in my professional career. And personal life is pretty much going well. As of now, I'm not expecting any changes, except for the place that we are going to move to. God knows where. So apart from that, I think, yeah, professionally, I think a lot of things are going to change for me. This is the next job might be my first laptop based job, which I don't know. I'm very skeptical about. I don't know if I'm going to like it, because it's been almost 6.5, 7 years that I'm into wet lab, doing experiments and things like that. So it's going to be a major shift for me. But I'm glad I'm doing a course on it, so that I know what I'm going to land up in, rather than just dropping there blindly. I will know what are the things that I would like to do, so that I can at least request people to start with, at least, okay, if I can do something that I already know, and that I can that interests me basically, because yeah, I'm still figuring out how this whole thing would be.
Great. So the final question for you, Akshata. Given another chance, would you like to have the same path or would you like to change something?
A very difficult question. Actually, I'm happy with whatever I have now and I have chosen as my career. But yeah, at times I do get this question, oh, actually, what if I had pursued my PhD? Um, the answer is both yes and no. So it's very difficult to answer for me now. But then if I had given a chance just after my master's and somewhere in Europe where I could have finished 3 to 4 years, I think maybe I could have done my PhD. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I'm happy. No regrets. No regrets.
Wonderful. Akshata, thank you so much for having this session with us. It was great connecting with you.
Thank you so much, Nandita. Thank you, you for hosting me. You thought that I'm capable to even, being here and interviewed by you. And yeah, thank you, Biopatrika and Storify.